same sport that has been discredited both by popular response and by legal personally insulted what is going on. Go all the way back, go back even to the, remember the picture of now disappearing through a window when some of you are too young. All it takes is one foul, and there's always at least one foul in any legislation. More than that, because it takes one foul to seize the base, smash it, fire the mountain, break it on the head. Identical scenario, taking us back for decades. Break it on his colleague's head, and everybody scatters. And then, why are you boring us and insulting us with this repetition? It's mentioned and you too go and pay what you will. Oh! Sometimes I wonder what we've done to deserve this level of governmental banality. I just puzzle. This is one of the reasons why Chinua, if you remember, rejected the honor was not to be given. You cannot do this kind of thing in my state, and I will accept it. No, at your hands. And now we see Rivers State. And don't forget pronouncements, because let's add all the cumulative factors leading to impunity. Don't forget some of the former warlords who were saying it's not even a question of the present incumbent being the, say we have the guns and we have the oil, and we say this is the man who's going to be the next president of the nation. Add that to the hell of a number of incidents, and you wonder whether we're living in a democracy, whether the culture of impunity is not being methodically sought and laid out for all officials and also for others to work upon. Confident that no matter what they do, no matter what they say, as long as a certain goal is achieved, you're protected. You're protected. So let's not pretend that anything new is happening. It's merely variation on an old, familiar theme. As old as power itself is in any culture, any society. But we're stating that we move beyond our evolve in what we consider a positive direction. And there are serious issues to confront in this nation, and we should not be distracted. This is a period where the president should be mobilizing everybody against some of the greatest menaces that this nation has ever faced, such as Boko Haram, for instance. This is a period where we're still mourning the butchery of our children in schools, and the president and his government have not found a solution. I'm not saying it's easy to misunderstand, but the important thing is they have not found a solution. And this is where all energies should be directed. I won't mention corruption, that's become too boring. Let the FCC do its job. But where we are immediately concerned, the wastage of our future in the presence of these kids. The closure of schools, understandably. By the way, I don't criticize the governor for closing those schools. I'm just sad because it's a defeat. It's a defeat, however temporary, it is a defeat that schools have to be closed. The president is not worried about that. I don't say you shouldn't go to China, but at least you shouldn't leave the country burn, or at least the country shouldn't burn during a convenient absence. And above all, I'm calling on the president, not openly publicly, please curb the excesses of your wife. You know, she's a wife, she's a constitutional being, she should not be empowered to such an extent that she's flouting the prerogatives, the rights, and the responsibilities of the governor of any state. It is Lagos, Oyo State, Rivers, or wherever. Too much is too much. The papers have been crying. I read Youth Speak the other day on one of the pages of the paper. Exactly the same thing. What is it? Is she the first lady we've had in this nation? The vulgarity has become intolerable. And it's being used, I notice, and this is the worst part of it, is now being used directly indirectly to destabilize and reduce the authority of an elected governor. And we have now reached the bottom of obscenity, and it's got to stop.
Step our country to disregard the illegality that was carried out 2 days ago in Rivers State by not regarding the so-called speaker as the Speaker of the House. There is a function, there is a speaker known to law. The other one is unknown to law. It's only known to the president. That's all.
I have to take us through the legal. I regret it because we got on here. The whole thing is so ridiculous, so absurd that we need also the legal document. But it's very sad that we have to call an SAN to even pronounce on this subject. You know, it's the bicycle repairers, who we should call it to say, look, ignore those foolish people. They're talking nonsense. They're the only ones who can be out. I know that's
anyone who could pose the problems for re-election in 2015. You've spoken broadly about the ground of democracy shifting under the nation's feet.
Responsibility imposed on them by the Constitution and the Nigerian people. It's not about 2015. When you say you don't vote for a particular candidate, we are going to dismember the country, and nobody is calling them to us. We are in the state. Don't come and get down all of us. Please, we're not bothered about that. What we are simply saying is, let us run Nigeria so that we can even have 2015. The INEC has just conducted an election in Imo State, a by-election. No result. And yet you want to conduct elections throughout the country. There's so much violence that is going on, promoted and supported by the president. So this is the point. Please forget about 2015. Let us talk about what happens today. Are you following the law? Are you respecting the wishes of the Nigerian people? Every school kid knows that 19 is greater than 16. Everybody knows that 27 is greater than 5. But people are reversing it. It has nothing to do with 2015. We are dealing with absurdity of a monumental proportion. That is the bottom line, please.
Good afternoon. As Prof had rightly said, that we've had a number of this deja vu experience in this country. And as a conscious follower of events in the Arab world, including Latin America, Brazil, very recently, Prof, don't you think it's high time we Nigerians actually take to the street and make the state ungovernable, as our elected members have decided to make it ungovernable? Let us go to the streets, make it ungovernable in order to achieve a better result.
Go home and think about what is going on, and then think what might be required of you when the moment comes. Nobody said much, but a number of people decided it was time to move when the very president of this nation was being deprived. Not so much the president as an individual. The issue is not some coming election, all of that. And let's get away also from any notion that this meeting is being called to provoke people to action. All of us individually bear a citizen responsibility. And when the moment for collective action comes, I think it will be apparent to everyone.
Prof, with your permission, I think I should clarify this point. Because I have read the recent, Nigerians are afraid, they don't want to go to the street. Well, on the street, between 5th of July and 7th, we had over 1 million people on the street of Lagos. We lost 200 people, killed by the Abacha goons. Right? But unfortunately, even though we chased out the man who said he was stepping aside, he put an illegal regime, of course we said no. That eventually snowballed into the emergence of a maximum ruler, that's Abacha. For us, it's not just about running to the street. We also have to plan so that nobody takes advantage of popular protest next time around to seize power on behalf of the same set of people. Thank you.
And also ask a question. You see, first and foremost, I want to thank Prof and Mr. Falana for what you've been doing over the years. And it came to my mind that the seats are empty. 10, 15 years ago, we would have had a Gaddafi or a Taishore showing by the side. And what am I trying to bring out here? What I'm trying to bring out here is this. First and foremost, you ask the question, what did we do to deserve the government we have? And I would like to answer that in my own little way. First and foremost, we find out that we Nigerians are, how would I say it, are the set of kind of people that don't really care. For instance, in this song, some couple of years back, Sorrow, Tears and Blood. Even though we do go out to the streets, but once they see one time, everybody goes back to the tent, all of Israel. What about our press? We the press. What have we been doing? We all know honesty. By tomorrow morning, maybe a small portion in one super. Oh, well, Shenka had a press conference. Not significant. Most of some of our editors, even on TV, people that we looked up to in those days, people like the lazy Ojonama, very vocal. Only to find out that once they get the government post, they change. We have one now that I used to read his articles every Friday, talking all sorts of things now in government. Then what are we now talking about? Because, like you said, in Egypt, about 30 million or so, what I read anyway. Yeah, 30 million people or so were on the streets in Egypt, in every town in Egypt, fighting against the government that only spent 1 year. But like we pointed out, we have people, a woman that is not constitutionally, how do I say it, elected, doing all sorts of things. My question is this: what will happen? Because my mind was operational because I was thinking about the Egypt situation on how EU was so quick to remove Egypt from the AU because of a military coup. Now, what can we do in this country? Even if we don't go on the streets, are we going to do an election? Are we going to appoint a subversive, a transitional government, or will we accept another military coup in this country? Thank you.
The labels of Sisyphus. Sisyphus, you know, that mythical figure who is cursed forever to roll a boulder up the hill, and then the boulder will roll down, and we start all over again, pushing this boulder. That's what I was referring to. When I want to talk specifically of this government, I will, and in my own language. But you talk about, I'm very glad you again continue what I've been trying to ask you of viewing. All of this has been nurtured by the media. Already I've seen the data reference to this wrong speaker, what you say, who's posing as the speaker, quarreling with the underlying function. When you write about a character like that, you should use the word speaker for him and the word speaker for the elected one. Some papers are so much afraid, till tomorrow when they refer to Biafra, they refer to Biafra in quotation marks. Why are you not referring to this one? If you must use the word speaker, you write it in small letters and in quotation marks, and before you put self-declared, and then the other one, elected, because you were there. Andres was there. That was elected speaker. It's never been removed by any legal procedure. He is the speaker. Stop treating this clown as an equal of the elected speaker. You have a responsibility. Gradually, when using the same expression and within the same context for the two of them, you are programming your public into an attitude of mind. Don't call things by names which they have not earned.
Thank you, sir. And I think it's beyond the unquote now speaker. We also, when we are talking about those who rig elections, when you talk about Shegun Oni or some of those other characters, you can't call them ex-governor because they were never elected by the people. If the court has said you rig election, you are removed from office. You can no longer refer to such a man as an ex-governor, because when you do that, you equate them with elected governors, or the man who scored 16 votes. That was not the man that was elected. Whether the president likes the face of the winner or not, we must find a way of letting the world know, including his own children, that this is an impostor. And that is the way the media can help the consciousness of Nigerians. But as I said, for us, this is just the beginning. And if you notice what Dr. Okupe did yesterday, that was a reaction to the popular, rejection of what happened in Portland and the way that the president or the presidency was being linked. And we have to continue until they are forced to reverse themselves. In the case of the madam that Prof spoke about, I gave an interview on Sunday, and I made it clear. The last time, luckily I wasn't in Lagos, when this city was grounded for 8 hours because somebody came to attend a naming ceremony. And I have threatened publicly, when that happens again in any part of the country, we are going to court. Because this embarrassment has to stop. We never went this far. And I said on Sunday, when Chief-Olayide was governor, his wife was a sitting judge of the High Court. On no day did she adjourn her case because she had to attend to one program. So we've seen all this before. But you guys in the media must help Nigeria, because most people do not even know that you had an Ali, a Professor Ambrose Ali, his wife was a nurse. All she asked for, please, because of some the fact that I have to entertain some of the official guests of my husband, can you allow me, excuse me, allow me not to attend my duties in the night? And the hospital granted her no night duties for her for the 4 years. But now, somebody has not been elected, you close down a city because she's going to retouch her hair. You can't run a society like that. And I think this is the point we are making. This is just the beginning of many things we're likely to do if they do not stop. Thank you very much.
Congratulate my friend, Mrs. Abdulsalami, for her elevation. I met her for the first time just after Sonia Abacha's death, when Abdulsalami asked that we meet. We met in New York. And this lady came in with 4 people. And what I did been doing all day, she was visiting, because she's a judge, she was visiting the courts, unheralded, unsung, but just to go and see how the courts, in practical terms, just she imposed on herself a kind of working sabbatical to accompany Abdulsalami. And we even quarreled. She felt that I was so abusive of Sonia Abacha. Instead of, well, Sonia Abacha was the president. We used that kind of language with it. I wonder if she still thinks the same thing when she discovered that Sonia Abacha wanted to kill Abdulsalami and that he had a narrow escape. I wonder whether she still thinks so. But congratulations, madam, and good luck on the bench. And please, call these your erring sisters who think they are the first in this kind of position, and lecture them on manners and how to be a lady. Thank you very much.
So you may have said this before, but I want you to restate it clearly for us. Now that the PDP has congratulated the new speaker, quote unquote, now I think the human rights activists have to move faster in terms of helping to restore democracy back to Rufai State. And the way I'm looking at it this way is that possibly we have to go to court, to stop the legality going on in that state. One. Secondly, possibly the people in the state have to be mobilized quickly before going to the state. Because right now, they too are planning their own strategy to make sure that image is removed, and it can be done within the next 24 hours. So I think human rights activists have to move faster than we are doing to help restore democracy back to Rufai State.
Well,